Well, this week, the Montana Stockgrowers Association is meeting here in Billings for their annual convention and trade show. Of course, it's a great opportunity for those MSGA members from across Big Sky country to come and talk about important issues affecting their business. Of course, do a little networking after being cooped up this past year because of the pandemic and take in the huge MSGA trade show. With us on the program today is the MSGA's first vice president, John Grandy, out of that Martinsdale country. And John, two of the biggest issues being talked about at this year's convention are increasing packer capacity, especially at the local level, and of course, market transparency.
Yeah, obviously that's been big this whole last year. Well, at least the last 2 years. There's lots of good things going on. It's slow for some people, but yeah, at the local level, it's huge. We've had, lots of money available on the state level, federal funding available to increase packing capacity. In Montana, we've had a lot of these smaller plants that are upping their capacity. We have one fairly major new plant that's up and running, another possibility on the drawing board. So that's going on a national level. Lots and lots of capacity on the drawing board. We'll see how much of it actually gets built up, but some of it definitely will, and that can be a game changer.
Of course, the whole idea behind this is to try to maybe decrease the discrepancies between what you folks here in Montana on the cow-calf level are receiving for your animals and what consumers are having to pay these days at the meat case.
And there's some pretty simple math there, Russell. When we've got more cattle to sell than what the packers can harvest in a 5-day work week, the market goes down. When the packers need to go out and chase cattle to keep their lines running, the market goes up. Hopefully, it seems like we're in that transition. We harvested a lot of cattle last week with an increase in prices, so that's moving the right direction, but more capacity is key.
Of course, for folks like us here in the Rocky Mountain West, we always talk about the Endangered Species Act, the Endangered Species List, and apex predators like wolves and grizzly bears, and that grizzly bear is a high priority for MSGA here of late.
Well, it really is, because it's a recovered species, and there's no reason why it should continue to be on the endangered species list. And the previous administration tried to delist the grizzly. Now with lawsuits and everything, it's still endangered, and we still have to work with that. And as I say, there's no reason it should be. We had some good looks at how to manage the grizzly better, but that's mostly been looked at in these recovery zones along the front and closer to Yellowstone Park. And meanwhile, the bears are moving all over the state. We're all going to have them. And right now, Fish, Wildlife, and Parks is looking at they got a comment period open about relocating these problem grizzlies. That's a real issue, and people should go online and comment if they get the chance, because where we relocate these bears to is critical.
Well, and of course, at the conclusion of this annual convention, MSGA members will be setting policy for the organization on important issues like the ones we've mentioned right here on today's program for the coming year.